All right, hey everybody, Charlie from We the Collective in trying to put together the next part of the pain management series. Now, with a lot of people that I've worked with over the years, even myself, this is to address something known as scapular winging. So this ends up happening when the shoulder ends up a little bit too internally rotated and the shoulder blade itself starts to peel away from the rib cage. So there's usually some discomfort around the shoulder, sometimes in the mid back, sometimes in the low back, and this is how I go ahead and address some of it. When we're working on shoulders, one of the funny things that I like to think about is shoulders actually prefer to be depressed. So with all these other issues out in our society now about depression, this is the one time we actually want them to be depressed. And that's the action of pulling them down. And then we want them to retract, so your shoulder blades would pull together, right? So you'll find yourself sitting up a little bit taller, and you'll actually feel the shoulder blade pin up against the rib cage a little bit more. So this is how I work on it. It's known as IYTs, and I guess there's probably some Michael Jackson joke about PYTs, but it's actually just the shapes that we kind of find within our body. So I've had a bench. This one's at about 30 degrees, because it actually says it on the side of this one, but it doesn't really matter. The idea is you want to be somewhat supported. And then we go for I, which is to pick the arms up. And basically we find mountain pose, right? So my biceps come up by my ears. I have a slight external rotation through the shoulders. And this is a lot of activation of the rear delts. Then I can go ahead and find a Y. So it's very similar, but I want to put my arms out really, really far in comparison. And I can use a lot more of my mid traps. And then I can go for T and kind of get my rear delts, my rhomboids, and my low traps all working together to feel my shoulder blades settle down and pin my shoulder blade against my back. Now, if you're having some of those other issues around your shoulders, I highly recommend testing these ones out. You don't even need weights to get started. A lot of times it is such a low movement or such a movement that we kind of ignore and move away from. Even having no weights in your hands, after about 30 seconds or so of just trying to pick your arms up and put them back down, can still be really challenging for me as I go ahead and try to develop my back a little bit more. So maybe this is something that goes ahead and helps reset your posture, reset your shoulder a little bit, and we just learn one little step at a time. So good luck on the next one.